I still cannot believe that Jey Uso won the men's Royal Rumble match. It almost feels like a dream. It's not that Jey isn't talented or didn't deserve the spot. It's got to do with how no one expected Jey to win the match when there were so many stories involving other top stars who could have won the men's Royal Rumble match. Jey winning has got the internet wrestling community all riled up, mainly because their favorites weren't booked to win the match. One of their favorites being none other than John Cena. Cena appeared in his final Royal Rumble match, and many thought Cena was going to win when he and Jey were left as the final two in the match. It's been some days and fans are still upset with the fact that Jey was chosen over Cena. So today, let's look at the entire controversy and see if Jey winning was the right option, right here on JRSlobberKnocker. Let's get right into it. John Cena announced his retirement at last year's Money in the Bank PLE. While it came as a bit of a surprise at the time, we all knew that Cena's career was coming to an end sooner rather than later. To hear him announce his retirement was kind of sad, considering Cena is one of the rare legends that many didn't appreciate during the prime of his illustrious career. Think about it. The transition from the ruthless aggression era to the one we're in would have been a lot more difficult without someone like Cena at the top. Guys like Randy Orton or Batista could have been the face of the company, but Cena was the overall better performer, which is why he dominated the spot for years. After his full-time run was behind him, fans appreciated that Cena had put over several guys who had carried the company on their backs. Unlike other part-timers, Cena knew that the future of the company would have only been stable if the management focused on younger talent, and we can see that today. Whether you like to admit this or not, WWE doesn't need Cena anymore, and Cena doesn't need WWE at this stage of his life. The retirement tour is more of a big thank you from Cena to his lifelong fans. This brings us to the chase for number 17. The story of Cena going after his 17th world title is going to be the biggest of the entire year, and that's what everyone had on their minds when Cena announced his retirement at Money in the Bank. On the same night, Jey Uso came close to winning the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, but Drew McIntyre ended up winning the match. Several predicted Jey to win the match because the company was consistently putting him in the title matches. The Bloodline storyline has done wonders for Jey. He got over as a singles performer, and I don't think that would have been possible if he never feuded with Roman all the way back in 2020. Becoming the first person to pin Roman in years in 2023 only skyrocketed Jey to the top. He got even more over among the fans when he was moved to Raw in late 2023. Pairing that up with one of the few great themes Def Rebel has ever created, Jey was loved by the people in attendance. The company needed fresh faces in the main event scene, and Jey was the guy for the job. The improved crowd reactions are the reason why Jey was often seen in title matches. He faced Seth Rollins and Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship, but failed to win the title. He on several occasions failed to win the Intercontinental title, and when he did defeat Braun Breaker to win the title, he held it for less than a month. He failed to defeat Gunther on Saturday night's main event to win the gold, but won the men's Royal Rumble match a week later. While the crowd in attendance lost their mind and cheered heavily for Jey, the IWC wasn't too kind to Jey. So, is the entire situation that bad? Let's look at the positives first. Jey was winning on nobody's bingo card. The Royal Rumble match was always meant to be unpredictable, and WWE knocked it out of the park with this year's event. With multiple stories going on, nobody could have predicted the winner for the men's match. The surprise of Jey winning is what we need more in today's product. Many fans called out Triple H for a safe booking, and he deserves credit for doing something different. The push Jey is getting has a lot to do with how over he is among the fans. The crowd comes alive whenever the man makes an appearance, and they are loud throughout his matches, regardless of what you think about his in-ring performances. Yes, he isn't on the same level as Gunther or Seth Rollins in terms of putting on great matches, but with the right opponent, Jey can deliver a solid match. This also goes along with one of my other points, stating that storyline and character are way more important than a solid wrestling match. WWE at one point had to reward Jey with something big, considering the merchandise he has been moving. He has been one of the top merchandise sellers for many months now, and the dude even outperformed stars like CM Punk and Roman Reigns at one point. And you think Jey doesn't deserve the main event spot after all that? He's long overdue. We all complained when WWE wasn't pushing LA Knight when he was massively over in 2023, and the same mistake should not be done with Jey. If John Cena had won the Royal Rumble, I would have been okay with it. In fact, everyone would have been okay with it. After all, Cena going up against either Cody Rhodes or Gunther is WrestleMania main event stuff. If Jey ends up facing Gunther, then Cena could still have his match against Rhodes by winning the Elimination Chamber. But do you want the story of Cena chasing number 17 to play out in the span of 3 months? WWE has got a year-long story in their hands, so what's the rush to culminate things at Mania? This instant gratification mindset seriously needs to go, as it ruins the product in the long run. The only negative surrounding Jey's win that I can think of is that he already faced Gunther several times now. Another match between the two sounds lame, and if they take the same route as they did with Chad Gable hyping up Sami Zayn before last year's WrestleMania with Zayn helping Jey this time, then it's not going to make things any better. Jey winning has also got the fans confused as to what the entire Mania card could be. But that's the best thing about it, right? More unpredictability is better, and that's what Jey's win did for Mania this season. So, there you have it, folks. Do you think Jey was the right option to win the men's Royal Rumble match? Or do you think that the company fumbled everything by not booking Cena to win the Rumble? Let us know in the comments below. And you also might want to check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Make sure to subscribe to JRSlobberKnocker for more.